Hi, my name is Matthew Hall, and today I'm going to give you a presentation on my thesis project, which is entitled Symbolic Interactionism and Facebook, Understanding the Negative Effects of Social Media on Modern Society. So before I get into a little bit of the meat of this proposal, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in society in terms of social media. How is it affecting our lives on a daily basis? It's become quite evident that social networking has become the number one priority in billions of lives around the world. We can see this evidence every day, in sitting next to people on the bus, riding to work with friends, sitting in a restaurant, observing people everywhere. We can see that we have become not only a social media generation that's obsessed with networking with friends in a digital format, but it has become mobile. It's moved from computers to our mobile devices, our smartphones, things that we have on us at all times. So although there's convenience with this, it also brings a certain amount of stress and things, negative side effects. And so that's the purpose of this thesis, is we're going to talk a little bit about what are those negative side effects, and we're going to dig into symbolic interactionism as well, and build a solid foundation of symbolic interactionism and what that means, so that with that foundation we can then build a solid case for negative side effects surrounding Facebook. What is Facebook? Facebook is a social platform that billions of people around the world have now become members of. Essentially, becoming a member, you create a profile, and then you put your profile, essentially your life, whether it's your past, your present, or your future, you put it on the internet, and it's there in one nice little package for whoever wants to view it, and see who you are and know what's going on in your life. Okay, so now that we have established that, this proposal that I'm going to present to you today will not only determine the negative side effects of Facebook on modern society, we're going to establish, as I mentioned, a solid foundation on the subject of symbolic interactionism. So as we talk a little bit more about sociocultural theory, which is actually a very popular theory within symbolic interactionism, let's talk a little bit about what it means. It stands on the fact that social relationships foreshadow individual differences. Okay, it also focuses on the way in which people form meaning and structure in society through conversation. This is a really important thing to understand, especially in terms of Facebook, understanding the mechanics of Facebook, because that's exactly what we're doing. We are forming meaning and structure in society through conversation. The only difference is that the conversations are in a digital format and not, as we would say, traditional face-to-face conversations that our grandparents grew up with, where you talk to somebody to their face. Okay, so as we understand these mechanics within social networking in general, we can begin to understand the potential negative side effects that it can have on humanity. Someone who's very popular within this field of expertise is George Herbert Mead and his theory of interaction processes. By using Mead's 1934 theory regarding interaction processes, many scholars have been able to expound on the scope of Mead's theory in regards to social phenomena. Jonathan H. Turner recently wrote an article entitled "Extending the Symbolic Interactionist Theory of Interaction Processes," a conceptual outline where he incorporates key ideas from other theoretical traditions outside of symbolic interactionism in order to fill important conceptual gaps in theories on the dynamics of micro, meso, and macro level social phenomena. Okay, so I know that sounded a little bit wordy, but what that's talking about is how Mead's theory actually does a good job of describing the phenomena of what's taking place within social interactionism. So by understanding this, and as we dig deep into this, we're going to get a clear idea of the mechanics again so that we can again find and point to the negative side effects that are taking place in regards to this phenomenon. This proposal essentially aims to establish details like the ones mentioned before in order to create a foundation in which we can build a solid case against Facebook. Moving on, it's interesting how people spend all day commenting on others' lives from the convenience of their smartphones and electronic devices. Yet if all these people were to come to their office or to their home and start telling them all of their life stories and sticking pictures in their face and saying, oh, little Johnny did this and so did this, it would begin to bring a sense of chaos and disorder within the structure of what we call communication. It's not real. It's not reality. So why do we assume that the addiction of checking up on everyone's business on our day-to-day, hour-by-hour, and sometimes minute-by-minute basis is not somehow having a negative impact on our brain space, our emotional stability, our functionality within what we think is reality? So in essence, this Facebook reality that we've created, or social networking reality that is digital, has brought more into our lives than essentially our natural state was meant to handle. All of the stimulation that we're getting from so many different angles is creating negative side effects that's affecting our sleep, it's affecting our cognitive processes. And so all of these things are going to be discussed in this proposal. One of the studies focused on in this proposal was entitled Online Obsessive Relational Instruction, Further Concerns About Facebook, which falls right in line with the concern that many are showing towards Facebook. The method and data employed in this project is qualitative in nature and consists of interviews, surveys, and questionnaires which produce quite compelling evidence in favor of my thesis proposal. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many positive sides to Facebook and to social networking, but this thesis proposal is focused on the negative side effects and how it's affecting modern society. Although the future of social networking is unpredictable, it's fair to say that the age-old tradition of shaking hands and communicating face-to-face will most likely become a fairy tale that is told to future generations and not something that is experienced on a daily basis. I hope you enjoyed this proposal. I hope this sparked your interest, and I hope to bring a thesis that will bring clarity and hopefully spark future research in this field to gain understanding as to the future of social networking, the digital age, and how it's affecting us as humans on a real level. Thank you for watching.